This is the most horrifying scene in Steins Gate.
Mother!
Steins Gate is so meaningful because it takes place in the beauty of the everyday. Watching these characters go about their lives, you get the sense that even if every single one of them died, almost no one would notice and life would keep going on as it always has. Well, 2 of them just died, and here we are. Nai wakes up and makes breakfast for her father like she would any other day, blissfully unaware of the horror going on just a short distance away, patiently waiting for someone who will never come. For her, this was a morning like any other. We never get a chance to see how this ends. All we see is this innocent little girl waiting for her father to come home. And all we can do is imagine her world being turned slowly upside down as she comes to terms with the truth of the world. For Nai, it doesn't matter if the world crumbles. It doesn't matter if the future is doomed. The world doesn't matter because to her, this man is her world, and without him, the world is meaningless. What matters to her is having breakfast with her father before running off to school. Steins Gate never, ever stops being personal because it knows that this is what's important. So, after Okabe sends that D-mail and looks upon the Brown workshop, that's exactly what he sees. A day like any other. Nai and Mr. Braun happily eating ramen together, unaware of their fate that was, just moments ago, so near and yet so very far away. By the way, if 20 episodes into this series, I still haven't convinced you that the anime is by far the superior version of the story, please let me know what I'm doing wrong here, because seriously, dude, what, we get to see Okabe's inner monologue? We learn literally nothing from it that we can't from his or anyone else's actions. Sure, it's longer, but as I keep explaining in excruciating detail, despite being shorter, the anime's story and characters are far deeper and far more fleshed out. What else can I do to convince you? There's only so many times I can point these things out and just kind of stare at you and go, see, damn. Welcome back, by the way, to my series analyzing in depth literally every single episode of Steins Gate like some kind of lunatic, is what I've been saying, but at this point, the only thing holding me back from the brink of insanity is the number of likes each video gets. So, dear God, please help me out and step on the like button. Anyway, so that's why, when Kurisu saves Okabe, they still have the lamp party. Daru, Mayuri, and even Suzaha are all gathered here eating pizza while Okabe and Kurisu discuss the plan to save Mayuri's life right in front of her. It's a reminder that this, Okabe's life, all of the events of Steins Gate don't exist in a vacuum. They exist among the ordinary. They aren't saving the world. They're protecting it from what's going on right in front of them. Because this is the most fucking beautiful thing in the world. So when Mayuri says,
どうしたの? なんだか最近全然オカリンとお話ししてないような気がするなって。
it's because that's what she's lost. For Okabe, he's saving her, but for Mayuri, she's lost him. She's lost what makes him so special. She's lost her best friend. The price Okabe pays for his time machine is the everyday that each of the characters shares.
バカは風邪ひかねえって言うけどな。
あ、実験に使う道具を探し回ってるみたいで。
実験ね。たく幸せな野郎だぜ。
What Mr. Braun is describing here isn't anything special like money or fame or anything out of the ordinary. What he's describing is the unbridled happiness of the mundane. And when he asks Nai,
今日の夕飯何がいい?
when he scoffs at Okabe and goes,
で、何の用だ? 早速値上げした分の家賃6000円払いに来たってか? おいおい、そこはおめえ1000円増えてるじゃないですかって突っ込むところだろ。
oh, how blissfully unaware they all are. So speaking of family, think about what Moeka is doing here. How does Mr. Braun fool her? He pretends to be a mother to her. That is maybe the single most normal thing in the world. Literally just having a mom. So Moeka has a special kind of loneliness where she allows herself to be deceived because she doesn't have the most basic happiness. She has nothing. No one. All she ever wanted was to be loved, to have somewhere to belong, for someone to tell her that she's special. And so she let herself be deceived by Mr. Braun, even though she knew she was being deceived, just so she could pretend a little bit longer. So this... When Moeka apologizes to Okabe, it's because she realizes how pointless this all was, and she apologizes because she realized that that's what Okabe gave her, a place to belong, and she threw away this real family for a mother she knew was never even real in the first place, and he hates her for it. So when Okabe's world comes crashing down and we see this,
お前が作ったタイムリープマシンの出来はガチだった。
って当然でしょ。
それに
何よ。
this is love. Here, Okabe looks upon Kurisu, realizing how far he's come and realizing he would never have made it so far if it weren't for her, and he realizes he loves her. Okabe's story is one of bitter irony, that this journey is what's made him fall in love with her, and yet this journey is what kills her. So before we move on to the next serious episode, join me next week as we talk about the most obscure Steins Gate doujinshi I could find. As always, thank you so much for your time, friends, and I will see you in the next video.